How's it going, everybody? Poser Mobile here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Tokyo Game Show sale that runs through October 8th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $31.99, Gradius Origins is a definitive shoot-'em-up collection that brings together 18 versions across all 7 arcade titles, including the first ever home release of the rare Gradius 3 AM Show version. From the original Gradius and Salamander through sequels like Gradius 2, Salamander 2, and Life Force, you'll blast your way through swarms of enemies and screen-filling bosses while chasing leaderboard supremacy in multiple regional versions. Quality of life features like save states, rewind, invincibility, and a flexible training mode make the notoriously difficult classics more accessible, while the sound and visual galleries preserve original music, art, and design history for fans. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $31.99, Eriksholm: The Stolen Dream is an isometric, narrative-driven stealth adventure set in a Nordic city inspired by the grit and elegance of early 1900s Scandinavia. You'll play as Hannah and 2 additional characters, each with unique abilities, as you search for her missing brother Herman while outsmarting guards, creating diversions, and sneaking past relentless pursuers. The vibrant city streets, richly detailed environments, and atmospheric storytelling immerse you in a tale where every shadow, clue, and decision brings you closer to uncovering a dangerous conspiracy. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 11 hours to platinum. For $23.99, Patapon 1 and 2 Replay bundles the first 2 entries of the beloved rhythm-based action series, remastered with modern enhancements while preserving their unique charm. As the god of the Patapons, you'll command your army of eyeball-like warriors using 4 mystical drum beats, balancing simple rhythmic controls with strategic class-based combat as you march toward Earthend. With over 400 weapons and items to collect, customizable unit classes like the shield-bearing Tatapon or the arrow-firing Yumipon, and new features such as adjustable difficulty and improved timing settings, this replay set offers both nostalgia and fresh accessibility. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Against the Storm Complete Edition is a roguelite survival city builder where you act as the viceroy under the Scorched Queen, tasked with reclaiming the wilderness and expanding the smoldering city. You'll manage a network of settlements across diverse biomes, balancing the needs of humans, foxes, harpies, beavers, lizards, and frogs while surviving storms, dangerous forests, and constantly changing conditions. With hundreds of modifiers, unlockable blueprints, meta progression upgrades, and the Keepers of the Stone DLC adding new species, biomes, and buildings, each expedition provides unique challenges and long-term rewards. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $23.99, Rematch is a third-person football game where you control a single player, relying on timing, reflexes, and positioning to dribble, tackle, pass, and shoot while adapting to changing match situations. With no fouls, offsides, or stat advantages, matches are entirely skill and teamwork-based, blending fast-paced arcade action with strategic depth that rewards accuracy, coordination, and smart decision-making. Built for online play, it features team-based multiplayer, ranked leagues, and seasonal updates with new modes, challenges, and cosmetic rewards to keep every match engaging. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $27.99, Architect Life, a house design simulator, is a building and design game where you control every aspect of home creation, from room layouts to detailed roof designs. In career mode, you manage an architectural firm, fulfill client requests, select subcontractors, and earn experience to unlock new materials and techniques, while free mode lets you design freely across 60 terrains. Precise tools allow structural extensions, interior customization, and outdoor enhancements like pools and gardens, with first-person virtual visits to explore your creations under dynamic lighting. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $23.99, Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny is an action-adventure game set in feudal Japan, featuring HD graphics and modernized controls that let you perform Isen critical counterattacks and intense swordplay as Jubei Yagyu. Explore perilous environments with allies, tackle hell mode, and enjoy minigames like The Man in Black, Team Oni, and Puzzle Phantom Realm from the start, while new gallery and digital soundtrack modes celebrate over 100 sketches and 43 tracks from the original game. Additional features include autosave, easy weapon switching, language support, and a special outfit for Jubei if save data from Onimusha Warlords is detected. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Just be aware that there's a bundle on sale for $29 that includes the first game as well. For $29.99, Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is a compilation of 8 classic Capcom fighting games, from fan favorites like Capcom vs. SNK 2 Mark of the Millennium 2001 and Project Justice to 3D brawlers like Power Stone and Power Stone 2. Each title can be played online or in co-op, featuring rollback netcode for smooth ranked battles, casual matches, and high score challenges, while beginner-friendly options like adjustable difficulty, one-button specials, and training modes make the collection accessible to newcomers. The collection also includes over 700 pieces of artwork, development documents, and over 300 arcade tracks, offering a deep dive into the series' history and style. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Just be aware that there's a bundle on sale for $39 that includes the first collection as well. For $29.99, Forza Horizon 5 is an open-world racing game set across the vibrant and diverse landscapes of Mexico, offering hundreds of the world's greatest cars and limitless driving adventures. Explore dynamic environments, participate in seasonal events, and take on challenges that range from high-speed races to off-road escapades, all while customizing and upgrading your vehicles to suit your style and performance needs. The game's ever-evolving world, stunning visuals, and rich multiplayer modes create a continually fresh experience for casual and competitive players alike. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $32.99, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is a modern fighting game revival of SNK's classic series, bringing the action to Southtown with a roster of 22 colorful fighters and a fresh Rev system that adds new offensive options, including Rev Arts, Rev Excel, and Rev Blows. Choose between arcade style for precise technical inputs or smart style for flashy moves with simple controls, while tackling the single-player episodes of Southtown, an RPG-like mode where you level up your fighter, earn rewards, and master diverse skills. With vibrant visuals, intense combos, and a mix of familiar and new characters, the game delivers fast-paced, strategic fighting excitement for both newcomers and veterans. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $27.99, the Talos Principle Reawakened is a first-person puzzle game combining challenging puzzles, philosophical storytelling, and stunning visuals, immersing players in a remastered journey through the world of the simulation. Solve intricate puzzles, explore the Road to Gehenna expansion, and experience the new chapter in the beginning, following Alexandra Drennan as she faces the simulation's first critical test and profound existential questions. Rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5, the game features enhanced environments, lighting, and textures, alongside quality-of-life improvements that make puzzle solving smoother while preserving the original's narrative depth. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one for some reason. For $22.49, SaGa Frontier 2 Remastered is a JRPG that follows 2 protagonists, Gustav, heir to a royal line, and Will, a young excavator, whose separate paths gradually intertwine as they confront political strife and a looming world-threatening calamity. Using the history choice system, you'll experience the story through multiple characters, engage in strategic battles with glimmer and combo mechanics, and take on one-on-one duels, all enhanced by high-resolution watercolor visuals, a rebuilt UI, and smoother gameplay. New events, playable characters, parameter inheritance, enhanced bosses, digger expeditions, and New Game Plus options expand the experience, offering deeper customization and challenges in the world of Sandale. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $23.99, Gal Guardians Servants of the Dark is a Metroidvania action game set in the Demon Realm, where maids Kirika and Masha join their weakened master Maxim to reclaim his destroyed castle and restore his glory. Explore interconnected environments, unleash combos with the sisters' unique combat styles, ranged demonic guns or close-range whip attacks, and revive vassals to strengthen your home base while unlocking new abilities and features. Play solo or in local and online co-op, collect items, craft demonic relics, and switch between casual, veteran, or legend modes as you progress through the demonic civil war. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $39.99, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster is a remastered collection of the classic Konami JRPGs, letting players experience both the rise of the Liberation Army in Suikoden 1 and the unfolding conflict between the Highland Kingdom and Jostin in Suikoden 2. Recruit the 108 Stars of Destiny, explore vast fantasy worlds, and engage in strategic turn-based battles while following epic, character-driven narratives. The HD Remaster updates background illustrations, battle effects, environmental sounds, and sound effects, while quality of life improvements like autosave, battle fast forward, and a conversation log make revisiting these beloved titles smoother than ever. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is a remastered high-speed action classic where you play as Ryu Hayabusa, a legendary ninja wielding the Dragon Sword on a bloody quest worldwide. Rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5 with reworked environments, redesigned lighting, and striking character details, it brings the brutal intensity of combat into a new era, letting you unleash an arsenal of weapons from shurikens to kusarigamas, while mastering fluid combos, dismemberments, and evasive maneuvers against relentless foes across massive stages. This edition also features additional playable characters like Momiji, Ayane, and Rachel, plus a more accessible hero playstyle. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $27.99, Doom Anthology delivers 6 legendary shooters spanning 3 decades of demon slaying, from the genre-defining classics to the modern-day reboots. You'll rip and tear through Mars bases, Earth's ruins, and the depths of hell using an arsenal of devastating weapons and relentless speed, each game showing a different era of FPS evolution. This collection includes Doom and Doom 2 in their definitive forms, the cult classic Doom 64, the horror-driven Doom 3, the adrenaline-fueled Doom 2016, and Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition with expansions, letting you experience the roots and refinement of first-person combat at its purest and most chaotic. It's an 85 average on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty average around 3 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum 1 and 2, 3, 2016, and Eternal. Doom 64 doesn't have a platinum. For $29.99, Fantasian Neo Dimension is a turn-based RPG from Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi and composer Nobuo Uematsu, set in a world consumed by the deadly Mecteria infection. You play as Leo, who awakens with only one memory and journeys through machine cities, strange lands, and unseen dimensions to reclaim his past and fight for humanity's survival, engaging in combat that blends traditional turn-based systems with the Dimension mechanic while customizing your party with skills and equipment for strategic encounters. With over 150 handcrafted diorama backdrops, it delivers timeless storytelling with a unique sense of place. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $38.99, Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is a reimagined classic that begins the legendary Erdrick trilogy, brought to life with stunning HD 2D visuals. You play as Ortega's child, tasked with completing the fallen hero's quest to defeat the archfiend Baramos and save the world, setting out from Alyahan on an epic coming-of-age journey while recruiting allies, customizing their vocations and appearances, and even experimenting with the new Monster Wrangler class to shape your perfect party. Battles retain the series' strategic turn-based roots, letting you use tactics, spells, and abilities against a massive roster of monsters across dungeons, towns, and castles. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $22.74, Tetris Forever is a 40-year celebration of the world's most iconic puzzle game, featuring over 15 classic versions alongside the all-new Tetris Time Warp. You'll challenge friends in the cult favorite Tetris battle Gaiden, trigger massive line clears in Super Bomb Bliss, and experience the 1984 Electronica 60 version that started it all, while enjoying over an hour of new documentary featurettes from Digital Eclipse's Gold Master series, exploring the partnership between Tetris creator Alexei Pajitnov and Tetris Company founder Hank Rogers. Tetris Time Warp adds a modern twist, letting up to 4 players warp through different eras of Tetris with shifting visuals and gameplay mechanics. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Life is Strange Double Exposure Deluxe Edition is a supernatural murder mystery where you play as Max Caulfield, a photographer who discovers her friend Sophie murdered and uses her time-rewinding power to open a parallel timeline where Sophie is still alive but in danger. Shift between 2 timelines to investigate, forge allies, pursue suspects, and make choices that shape both realities while racing to stop a relentless killer. This edition includes the base game plus the Spooky and Decades outfit packs, letting you customize Max with coats and indoor outfits from Halloween-inspired looks to decade-themed fashion, and features a rich original soundtrack along with licensed tracks. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven is a full 3D remake of the 1993 RPG, putting you in the role of the Emperor of Avalon as you defend your empire from the vengeful 7 heroes across generations. Explore a freeform narrative where your choices affect the order you challenge the heroes and shape your empire, while strategic turn-based battles feature a timeline system, glimmers for learning new abilities, and the new United Attack mechanic for combination moves. Recruit characters from over 30 classes, pass down skills through inheritance, and experience 3D visuals with full Japanese and English voiceovers, alongside Kenji Ito's rearranged soundtrack. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. For $39.89, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a 3D fighting spectacle that brings the Budokai Tenkaichi series to new heights, letting you control over 180 characters from Dragon Ball Z, Super, GT, and select movies, each with signature abilities, transformations, and planet-shattering techniques. Engage in breathtaking high-speed battles with beam clashes, rush attacks, and ultimate moves faithful to the anime, while testing your skills in online multiplayer, offline tournaments, or replaying iconic story moments from multiple character perspectives, and create, play, and share custom battles to unlock new encounters and relive favorite Dragon Ball moments solo or with friends. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Earth Defense Force World Brothers 2 is a chaotic, action-packed shooter where you lead a customizable EDF squad to save a shattered, square-shaped Earth from giant insects, monsters, robots, UFOs, and alien soldiers. Recruit from over 100 teammates, equip them with more than 600 weapons and accessories, and deploy them in over 100 missions across 5 difficulty levels, while taking on both classic and new voxel-designed foes. Enjoy 4-player online co-op or split-screen play, experiment with team composition and gear to match your playstyle, and experience the EDF's signature over-the-top destructive fun as you restore peace to a fractured world. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster is a full graphical overhaul of the original zombie slaying action classic, where you play as freelance journalist Frank West navigating a quarantined mall in Willamette, Colorado. Remade in RE Engine, it features realistic character expressions, material textures, blood effects, and overwhelming hordes of zombies, all enhanced with fully voiced dialogue, autosaving, and quality of life improvements. Explore the massive mall with freedom, using guns, bats, or everyday objects to survive, rescue other survivors, complete objectives, and fend off both undead and human psychopaths. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 23 hours to platinum. For $29.99, the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics brings together 7 legendary crossover games, including X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes, and the rare beat-em-up The Punisher. You'll battle online or in co-op, compete in ranked or casual matches, and aim for global leaderboards in high-score challenge mode with rollback netcode, while beginner-friendly features like adjustable difficulty, one-button specials, training modes, and save anywhere functionality ensure seamless and accessible play. Additional features let you explore over 500 pieces of artwork, developmental documents, and over 200 original arcade tracks. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. For $29.99, the Ace Attorney Investigations collection brings both investigative spin-offs into one polished package, letting you step into the shoes of Miles Edgeworth, the prosecutor of prosecutors, as you leave the courtroom behind to examine crime scenes, gather evidence, interrogate witnesses, and solve cases through deduction. Both games feature full HD upgrades, redesigned chibi characters, and the option to switch to classic pixel art for a retro vibe, while quality of life improvements like chapter select, autoplay, and story mode make enjoying the story effortless. A gallery packed with concept art, illustrations, animations, and music rounds out the experience. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $35.99, Visions of Mana is a new entry in the beloved series centered on the sacred sword and mana, following Val and his childhood friend Hina, the newly appointed Alm of Fire, as they journey to the Mana Tree. Traverse a vibrant, semi-open world teeming with adorable yet ferocious monsters using swift 3D battles powered by elementals, switching between classes and characters to suit your strategy, while exploring fields alongside companions called Picools, uncovering the truths of the world, and deciding whether to accept your fate in this fantasy return to the series' roots. Bold graphics, immersive interactive music across 100 tracks, and lively spirits populate the adventure. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $26.99, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is the definitive version of the acclaimed RPG, expanded with a new storyline, locations, demons, and choices shaping the fate of existence. Play two paths, the new Canon of Vengeance, Tale of Revenge featuring new characters and the mysterious Kaiditsu demons, or the original Canon of Creation, an eternal conflict between angels and demons, where the protagonist fights for the world's fate. Awakening in the apocalyptic Tokyo wasteland Da'at as a Nahobino, you'll explore vast areas, battle and befriend hundreds of demons, and make choices deciding humanity's future with evolved visuals, improved combat, and music. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $27.99, V Rising is a survival action RPG where you awaken as a weakened vampire after centuries of slumber and must rebuild your strength by hunting blood, mastering dark powers, and carving your place in a gothic world. You'll explore landscapes from haunted villages to frozen wilderness and monster-filled caverns, battling humans and supernatural creatures while gathering resources to expand your castle into both fortress and throne, turning humans into thralls and unlocking upgrades that strengthen your legacy. Combat blends weapons and vampire magic, letting you forge a personalized playstyle whether you hunt solo, join co-op, or clash with rival clans. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $22.49, Diablo 4 delivers a massive next-gen action RPG where you'll master countless abilities, battle endless demonic hordes, and scour nightmarish dungeons for legendary loot. Explore a beautifully dark open world with memorable characters and a gripping campaign you can tackle solo or with friends, then dive into robust endgame activities like trading and social hubs, challenging massive world bosses, and unlocking deep customization for both gear and skills. With full crossplay and cross-progression, your progress carries seamlessly across platforms as you shape your ultimate hero in the fight against hell itself. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. Just be aware that you can get the base game and the Vessel of Hatred expansion in a bundle on sale now for $35. For $29.99, Sandland is an action RPG where you play as the fiend Prince Beelzebub, leading Thief and Sheriff Rao on a quest to find a legendary spring and save the desert world plagued by extreme water scarcity. Explore the dunes of Sandland and the forests of Forestland, facing bandits, wildlife, and army generals while mastering Beelzebub's powers, developing your team's abilities, and building vehicles like battle tanks, jump bots, and motorbikes, all while constructing and upgrading a city in Spino, gathering resources, unlocking upgrades, and interacting with townsfolk that strengthen your base. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $25.99, House Flipper 2 is a creative simulation where you renovate, decorate, and build dream homes, either solo or with up to 3 friends in cross-platform co-op. Explore the charming town of Pinnacove and surrounding areas, tackling story mode renovation projects, cleaning and decorating homes while uncovering the stories behind each property, or dive into sandbox mode to construct houses from scratch, experiment with design ideas, and draw inspiration from the mod.io community. Manage every detail of your projects, from layouts and interiors to landscaping, furniture placement, and decorative touches, and share your creations online to inspire other flippers. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $23.99, Unicorn Overlord is a tactical fantasy RPG where you reclaim your throne and lead a grand army across a vibrant, meticulously crafted world, blending overworld exploration with exquisitely animated tactical battles. Assemble over 60 unique units, from humans and elves to massive beasts and heavenly angels, grow your renown through heroic deeds, strategically command your forces to overcome powerful enemies, forge alliances, and uncover the intertwined fates of 5 warring nations in an epic story of loyalty, power, and destiny. Along the way, you'll unlock abilities, customize your units, explore hidden regions, and experience a rich narrative full of twists and surprises. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $27.49, Dragon Ball FighterZ Legendary Edition is a fast-paced 3v3 tag fighter where iconic Dragon Ball characters clash in spectacular, high-speed battles. Featuring the base game, 3 FighterZ passes, Android 21 with unlockable costumes, commentator voice packs, lobby avatars, and extra stamps, the Legendary Edition offers endless ways to enhance your experience as you build your dream team, master tag combos, and compete online in ranked matches, party matches, or casual battles. Dive into a brand new story mode starring Android 21, crafted under Akira Toriyama's supervision, while enjoying stunning anime-style visuals that capture every iconic moment. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Spirit Hunter Deathmark 2 is a suspense horror adventure set at Tokyo's Konohara Academy, where rumors of supernatural occurrences pull you into a chilling investigation as the head of the Kujo family, the Spirit Doctor. Track ominous death notices, uncover students who aren't what they seem, and confront the malevolent spirit the Departed, whose intentions remain mysterious, all while navigating side-scrolling exploration between locations that heightens fear alongside the first-person investigation perspective. Enhanced partner mechanics affect your success during suspensive acts, adding tension and strategic choices throughout. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Love for These Clothes of Desire, is a whimsical narrative adventure where Kazuma and his companions are cursed by a mysterious black slab, forcing them to wear outfits that reflect desires opposite to their true personalities. You'll gather ingredients, experiment with magical crafting, and create these bizarre clothing transformations, turning darkness into a ruthless dominatrix, Aqua into a prim goddess, and Megumin into the proud leader of the Lolita League, while navigating humorous quests, solving lighthearted puzzles, and uncovering the wacky consequences of each costume swap to lift the curse. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $23.99, Wolong Fallen Dynasty is a dark fantasy action RPG set in 184 AD later Han Dynasty China, a land consumed by chaos, corruption, and relentless demon invasions. Step into the shoes of a nameless militia soldier, battling deadly creatures and enemy warriors with martial arts-based swordplay, mastering powerful techniques and awakening the hidden potential within to survive and rise from obscurity. Explore the intertwined stories of officers destined to become legendary heroes during their unknown period, while forging your own path from a nobody to a figure of greatness amidst political turmoil, supernatural threats, and epic battles. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. Just be aware that you can get the complete edition on sale for $36. For $31.49, Persona 3 Reload is a reimagined RPG where you step into the shoes of a transfer student thrust into the mysterious dark hour, awakening powerful abilities while forging bonds that shape the fate of friends and the world. You'll explore this hidden hour, engage in tactical turn-based combat against shadows, and balance daily life on Port Island, from attending school and part-time jobs to deepening relationships and participating in activities that influence the story. Fully remade with modern graphics, quality of life improvements, stylish UI, new story scenes, additional voiceover, and expanded interactions, it blends the classic Persona formula with immersive gameplay. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $26.99, Granblue Fantasy Relink is a character action RPG set in the Sky Realm, a vibrant world of floating islands where you captain a skyfaring crew alongside the scrappy dragon Vern and the mysterious Lyria. Explore islands, uncover intrigue involving primal beasts and the secretive Church of Avia, and engage in fast-paced, real-time combat with a party of 4 using link attacks, chain bursts, and unique abilities to defeat enemies in spectacular fashion. Tackle quests solo or in up to 4-player co-op, collect rare loot to upgrade gear, and immerse yourself in rich lore through journals, side quests, and Fate episodes delving into each crewmate's backstory and secrets. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Under Night in Birth 2 Sis Celis is a dramatic, stylish 2D fighting game and the first numbered sequel in the series, plunging players into the climactic final chapter of the Hollow Knight. Choose from a roster of 24 fighters, including 3 new additions, Moonlight Dancer Kaguya, Indomitable Rampart Tsurugi, and Endless Entity Kuon, each with striking visuals and powerful new moves, while mastering enhanced mechanics like Creeping Edge and Celestial Vorpal for deeper combat strategies. Simple inputs make the game accessible to newcomers, while rollback netcode, casual matches, and online features provide smooth, competitive, and cooperative play. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $34.99, Shadow Gambit The Cursed Crew Complete Edition is a stealth strategy game set in an alternate golden age of piracy, where you command a cursed pirate crew to outwit the Inquisition and uncover legendary treasure. You'll recruit a team of supernatural pirates, each with unique magical abilities, infiltrate heavily guarded locations, and cleverly manipulate the environment to overcome deadly traps and enemies while completing intricate missions. The Complete Edition includes the base game, DLC expansions Yuki's Wish and Zagan's Ritual, as well as the original soundtrack, art book, and strategy guide, delivering a fully loaded pirate adventure. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $26.99, Jagged Alliance 3 is a tactical, turn-based RPG where chaos grips Grand Chien after the president vanishes and a paramilitary force known as the Legion seizes control. You'll recruit a diverse cast of mercenaries, each with distinct personalities, quirks, and abilities, guiding them through strategic combat, looting, and equipment customization while making decisions that shape the nation's future as you train locals, control territory, and command multiple squads across an open, living world, completing challenging missions, forging alliances, and managing resources. Online co-op lets you tackle the campaign alongside friends, adding even more strategy and camaraderie. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $39.59, Dungeons 4 Digital Deluxe Edition is a strategy simulation where you command the absolute evil and Thalia as they build sprawling underground fortresses and unleash chaos upon the overworld. You'll expand vast dungeons 4 times larger than before, manage creatures' needs, and set deadly traps while sending minions to corrupt forests, plains, and villages into twisted realms of darkness, all while strategically balancing resources and creature morale. Dwarves, elves, and humans unite to raid your domain, so you'll need massive armies of horde, undead, and demons to defend your dungeon heart while conquering the land above. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Star Ocean The Second Story R is a full remake of the classic JRPG, blending 2D pixel characters with beautifully rendered 3D environments in a striking 2.5D style. You'll follow Claude or Rena on an interplanetary adventure filled with branching choices, private actions, and multiple endings, while mastering fast-paced, real-time combat with new mechanics, combos, and powerful team-based skills. With dual Japanese and English voiceovers, reorchestrated and original music, fast travel, and expanded quality of life features, this definitive edition modernizes the original while preserving its charm for both veterans and newcomers. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $27.99, Hell Let Loose Ultimate Edition is a massive 50v50 World War II first-person shooter where communication, teamwork, and strategy are as vital as your aim. You'll fight across historically authentic battlefields with a dynamically shifting front line, choosing from 14 distinct roles that shape the flow of each battle, while the Ultimate Edition adds 6 DLC packs: Skull Bucket, False Front, Hot Drop, Lethal Tide, Silver Vanguard, and Cavalry Coat, for even more customization as you dive into the chaos of war. Featuring realistic weapons, vehicles, and tactical squad-based gameplay, it's a gritty, immersive experience of large-scale warfare. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 95 hours to platinum. For $20.99, Sonic Superstars is a bold new take on classic 2D Sonic action, letting you blaze through the mystical North Star Islands as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Amy with vibrant 3D visuals, all new powers, and modern twists on the familiar high-speed platforming formula. You'll sprint, climb, glide, and experiment with unique Emerald abilities across lush environments while stopping Dr. Eggman, Fang, and the mysterious new villain from converting the island's massive creatures into badniks. Multiplayer expands the fun with full 4-player co-op for the campaign and online or local battle modes for up to 8 players, delivering nostalgia, teamwork, and competition in equal measure. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 14 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Ace Attorney Anthology bundles all 6 mainline entries in the Legendary series, letting you face off against formidable prosecutors in courtroom battles across Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy and Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Investigate crime scenes, gather evidence, and use deductive reasoning to expose contradictions and uncover the truth across 14 episodes in each trilogy, plus 2 bonus special episodes previously released as paid DLC. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy adds a comprehensive art library, an orchestra hall with over 175 tracks, and an animation studio feature, making this the most content-rich Ace Attorney collection yet. It's an 82 average on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty average around 2 out of 10, and about 130 hours to get both platinums. For $31.99, Assetto Corsa Competizione 2024 pack combines the base game with 2 popular DLCs, the ACC GT2 pack and 24-hour Nürburgring pack, delivering the ultimate GT racing experience. Compete in the GT3 Championship against official drivers, teams, cars, and circuits recreated with unparalleled console accuracy, while the GT2 pack adds 6 new GT2 cars and the legendary Red Bull Ring, and the 24-hour Nürburgring DLC brings the famed 12.9-mile Nordschleife with over 70 treacherous bends that test precision, endurance, and skill even for seasoned racers. Master car setups, refine racing lines, and experience the thrill of realistic motorsport on every lap. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, and unfortunately there's a number of broken trophies that prevent the platinum from being unlocked. For $35.99, the Persona Collection bundles Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable, delivering hundreds of hours of award-winning JRPG storytelling, dungeon crawling, and social simulation. In Persona 5 Royal, don the mask of a phantom thief to infiltrate corrupt minds, stage heists, and save others from distorted desires, with included DLC. Persona 4 Golden sends you to rural Inaba to investigate mysterious murders, explore the Midnight Channel, and forge bonds while uncovering another world. Persona 3 Portable introduces the Dark Hour, where shadows roam and your persona awakens to confront otherworldly threats and uncover Gekkokan High School's secrets. It's an 88 average on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty average around 4 out of 10, and about 325 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $29.99, Lies of P is a dark Souls-like that reimagines the story of Pinocchio against the hauntingly elegant Belle Epoque. Play as a puppet created by Geppetto, navigating the madness and bloodlust of Krat, a city poisoned by treachery, monstrous foes, and untrustworthy figures, while a mysterious voice guides you to adapt your weapons and skills, unravel the city's secrets, and choose whether to confront challenges with truth or weave lies to survive. Every choice, combat encounter, and moral decision shapes your journey through a nightmarish world where manipulation, danger, and unexpected horrors lurk around every corner. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $35.99, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon is a high-octane mech action game from Software that combines their signature fast-paced combat with deep customization and strategic planning. Pilot your mech through dynamic omnidirectional battles across massive stages, using mobility on land and in the air to outmaneuver foes, while customizing parts to tailor your mech to your preferred combat style, letting each mission support unique strategies, loadouts, and experimental tactics. Engage in thrilling boss battles that demand tactical thinking, precision, and mastery of both long-range and close-quarters combat. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $27.99, Remnant 2 Ultimate Edition is a brutal third-person action RPG where you'll face towering bosses, hostile worlds, and reality-shattering evil solo or in co-op with 2 friends. Combat blends melee strikes, ranged gunplay, and boss encounters that demand teamwork, gear optimization, and smart skill use, while branching quests, dynamic dungeons, and varied loot keep runs fresh, further expanded by 3 DLC packs with new storylines, environments, creatures, and bonus armor sets, resources, and survival items. Expanded archetypes allow unique builds and hybrid class combinations, letting you experiment with playstyles while uncovering humanity's last hope. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Atelier Marie Remake, The Alchemist of Salberg, is a cozy, charming RPG where you guide Marie, a fledgling alchemist at the Royal Academy of Magic, as she collects ingredients, earns money, hires adventurers, and improves her synthesis skills to create an impressive item for her graduation exam. Explore the academy and surrounding world, battle creatures, complete quests, and manage resources while enjoying updated 3D and 2D character models, revamped event illustrations, and new animations. New features like Unlimited Mode and additional events let you interact with new characters and play at a relaxed pace, combining classic Atelier gameplay with modern enhancements. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Ray's Arcade Chronology is a retro-inspired collection of 3 legendary 90s shoot-'em-ups, Ray Force, Ray Storm, and Ray Crisis, blending classic arcade action with modern enhancements. Pilot the RVA-818 X-Lay in Ray Force using its innovative dual-layer attack system to breach the AI con-humans' defenses, fight the rebellious Sicilian Federation in Ray Storm with the R-Gray, and survive antivirus systems in Ray Crisis with your Wave Rider while keeping your encroachment level low. HD remasters of Ray Storm and Ray Crisis bring crisp, polygonal graphics to the PlayStation 4, letting you relive these timeless arcade experiences with enhanced visuals. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $23.99, Dead Cells Medley of Pain Bundle is a Metroidvania-inspired roguelite action platformer where you'll explore a sprawling, ever-changing castle, mastering fast-paced 2D Souls-like combat, learning from each death, and forging your own path through hordes of enemies. This bundle includes the base game with the Rise of the Giant update, plus all major DLC, The Bad Seed, The Queen in the Sea, Fatal Falls, and Return to Castlevania, which add new enemies, weapons, outfits, and late-game pathways, including teaming up with Richter Belmont and Alucard to conquer Dracula's castle. Fluid combat, procedurally generated levels, and branching challenges make every run feel fresh and rewarding. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Final Fantasy XVI is an epic dark fantasy RPG where you follow Clive Rossfield, the first Shield of Rosaria, sworn to protect his younger brother Joshua, the dominant of the Phoenix. When tragedy strikes, Clive is thrust into a gripping tale of vengeance against Ifrit, a dark icon whose catastrophic power threatens the very fabric of the land. Journey through a beautifully realized world shaped by colossal icons and their wielders, engage in cinematic real-time combat with fluid strategic mechanics, and uncover intricate political intrigues, betrayals, and alliances that will decide the fate of Rosaria. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Age of Wonders 4 lets you rule a fantasy realm of your own design, where every choice shapes the growth of your empire across vast, magical lands brimming with danger and opportunity. Combining expansive 4X strategy with deep turn-based tactical combat, it allows you to craft unique factions from body types, societal traits, and arcane powers, creating anything from ruthless cannibal halflings to radiant celestial elves. With its dynamic storytelling event system, powerful tomes of magic, and evolving rulers who can ascend to a pantheon to reappear in future campaigns, every playthrough feels like a brand new chapter in an endlessly replayable saga. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $23.99, Octopath Traveler 2 is a grand JRPG adventure set in the vibrant world of Celestia, where 8 new travelers embark on intertwining journeys during an age of exploration and industry. Featuring the series' signature HD 2D visual style, a stunning fusion of retro pixel art and modern 3D effects, the game brings towns, seas, and landscapes to life with dramatic shifts between day and night. Each character has their own origin story, path actions, and skills that influence both the narrative and battles, while the returning break and boost system deepens combat alongside new mechanics that expand strategic possibilities. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 95 hours to platinum. For $39.99, Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line Digital Deluxe Edition is a massive rhythm game celebration of Final Fantasy music, featuring the full base game with 385 tracks, plus an extra 27 special songs like Eyes on Me, Melodies of Life, and To Xanarkand. On top of that, it includes Season Pass 1 with 30 additional tracks drawn from series such as SaGa, Live Alive, The World Ends With You, and Nier, giving fans a wide mix of beloved Square Enix soundtracks. With multiple modes, party customization, and addictive rhythm-action gameplay, it's a content-packed edition that turns decades of iconic RPG music into one endlessly replayable package. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $27.99, Hitman World of Assassination is the definitive stealth action package, uniting Hitman, Hitman 2, and Hitman 3 into one massive collection spanning more than 20 detailed, living locations. Playing as Agent 47, you'll master the art of creative assassination with total freedom of approach, using disguises, tools, and interactive environments to eliminate high-profile targets in endlessly inventive ways. Beyond the expansive campaign and live content, the addition of Hitman Freelancer introduces a roguelike-inspired mode with persistent progression, strategic planning, and dynamic objectives, making every mission feel unpredictable, personal, and fresh. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 47 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Wonder Boy Anniversary Collection is the ultimate retro package, bringing together 21 different versions of 6 iconic games from SEGA's influential platformer series. From the original 1986 Wonder Boy arcade release to 1994's Monster World 4, you'll experience the franchise's distinctive mix of energetic platforming, light action RPG depth, and even shoot-'em-up elements across decades of gaming history. Every title has been expertly ported for modern hardware with features like rewind, filters, shaders, and a full art gallery, making it both authentic, accessible, and endlessly nostalgic for new players and longtime dedicated fans alike. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $29.99, One Piece Odyssey Deluxe Edition is a grand RPG celebrating the 25th anniversary of the beloved manga and anime series, sending Luffy and the Straw Hat crew on a perilous journey across the New World. After being shipwrecked on a storm-ravaged island, each crew member must face dangerous enemies, treacherous environments, and unpredictable forces while striving to reunite. Featuring the main game, an additional scenario, the Adventure Expansion Pack, and Deluxe Edition bonuses like the Sniper King outfit set, the game blends classic turn-based combat with exploration, narrative, and the humor fans love. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord is an epic Dark Ages sandbox RPG where empires are torn by civil war, kingdoms rise beyond the borders, and you must carve out your own legacy across the vast continent of Calradia. Combine strategic diplomacy, trade, and roguery with skill-based directional combat as you develop your character, recruit companions, and raise armies to command in massive real-time battles and stages. Explore a fully simulated medieval world with a dynamic economy, customizable skills, and the freedom to unite the continent under your banner or forge your own path, all while experiencing first or third-person combat with hundreds of intelligent AI units. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 250 hours to platinum. For $31.99, Them's Fightin' Herds Deluxe Edition is a 2D fighting game starring an adorable cast of animals designed by acclaimed cartoon producer Lauren Faust, blending charming visuals with deep competitive mechanics. The Deluxe Edition includes the base game plus the Season 1 pass, adding 4 new playable characters with unique stages, exclusive palette packs, and pixel lobby accessories, while story, tutorial, and training modes provide guidance and replayability. Fight locally or online with GGPO rollback netcode, enjoy dynamic battle music, and explore the customizable pixel lobby, making every match strategic, stylish, and replayable. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $27.99, Disney Dreamlight Valley is a hybrid life sim and adventure game where you explore a magical world filled with beloved Disney and Pixar characters, uncover quests, and restore the valley after the forgetting severs memories and locks inhabitants away. Travel through unique realms, solve puzzles, complete challenges, and interact with favorites like Anna, Simba, Wally, Remy, and Goofy, while gardening, cooking, fishing, and crafting to rebuild the valley. With customizable homes, thousands of decorative items, the Touch of Magic design tool, and evolving content including new characters, outfits, and events, every visit offers fresh adventures and endless charm. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. For $25.49, SD Gundam Battle Alliance Deluxe Edition is an action RPG where mobile suits and pilots from across Gundam history unite to correct a twisted timeline in the G universe. The Deluxe Edition includes the full game, a season pass with multiple scenario missions and additional units, and access to the Command Gundam unit, letting you assemble a true battle alliance of legendary machines. Engage in fast-paced combo combat with dynamic animations, customize and upgrade your mobile suits, and tackle missions solo or cooperatively with up to 2 friends, experiencing famous moments from Gundam history across dozens of series. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Undernaut's Labyrinth of Yomi is a challenging dungeon-crawling RPG where you lead a team of subterranean adventurers through the monster-infested depths of Yomi in search of priceless resources, rare treasures, and hidden secrets. Navigate twisting corridors, avoid deadly traps, and strategically deploy powerful skills and magic items to survive and uncover hidden treasures while working toward a safe escape to the surface. Combining tactical turn-based combat, intricate labyrinth design, and resource management, every expedition tests your planning, adaptability, and courage in this intense, highly replayable underground adventure. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 55 hours to platinum. For $26.99, Spellforce 3 Reforced Complete Edition is a fantasy RPG combining strategy and action RPG elements, encompassing the base game along with the expansions Soul Harvest and Fallen God. Set in the year 518, you navigate a war-torn world where the Mage Wars have left regions in chaos, refugees roam the land, and a deadly plague called the Bloodburn spreads, challenging your leadership and tactical skill. Across multiple storylines, you command armies, manage resources, and take part in strategic battles while shaping the fate of kingdoms or guiding a nomadic troll tribe to survival under the guidance of a mysterious elven ally. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $24.99, SnowRunner 1 Year Anniversary Edition is an off-road simulation RPG that puts you in the driver's seat of powerful vehicles as you conquer extreme terrains and untamed environments across a massive open world. This edition includes the base game and Year 1 Pass, giving access to 40 vehicles from brands like Ford, Chevrolet, and Freightliner, along with upgrades and accessories to tackle mud, snow, frozen lakes, and torrential waters. Take on challenging contracts solo or team up with friends in 4-player co-op while exploring, customizing your fleet, and testing your driving skills in the most advanced terrain simulation ever. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist and the Mysterious Dream is a charming JRPG adventure following Sophie's journey through the dreamlike world of Erdweej as she searches for Plakta and meets new friends along the way. Featuring evolved, seamless turn-based battles with 6-party multi-link combat, special dual-trigger skills, and a visually striking battlefield, the game blends strategy and spectacle in every encounter. The puzzle-like panel synthesis system offers both standard and restricted modes, letting you craft items strategically, while the ability to manipulate weather unlocks new paths, materials, and hidden secrets across diverse regions. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $31.99, Life is Strange True Colors Ultimate Edition is a powerful narrative adventure where Alex Chen uses her supernatural ability to feel and manipulate others' emotions to uncover the truth behind her brother's mysterious death. Set in the picturesque town of Haven Springs, every decision you make shapes Alex's relationships, emotional journey, and the fate of those around her through deeply emotional storytelling and expressive performances. This Ultimate Edition includes the full True Colors game, the Wavelengths bonus story starring Steph, both Life is Strange Remastered titles, and exclusive outfit packs, delivering the definitive series experience. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum, with the remastered games adding another 20 hours for 2 more platinums. For $23.99, Neo: The World Ends With You is a stylish and energetic action RPG that brings the cult classic series into a vibrant new era on the neon streets of Shibuya. You'll play as Rindo, a teenager thrown into the Deadly Reapers game, a week-long competition for survival where forming alliances, reading enemy patterns, and mastering psychic powers are key to escaping fate itself and uncovering hidden truths. Combat combines high-speed, real-time battles with rhythm-based flair, letting you unleash powerful psychic pins and flashy team combos, while exploring a richly detailed city overflowing with secrets, fashion, and attitude. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Samurai Warriors 5 revives the tactical action series with a fresh take on the Warring States era, focusing on Nobunaga Oda, Mitsuhide Akechi, and other key figures in a bold reimagining of historical events and conflicts. Experience the thrill of sending hordes of enemies flying with revamped Warriors actions, dazzling new combat moves, and Japanese-inspired visual flair, while a total of 27 redesigned and new officers interweave their fates across epic battles filled with strategy and spectacle. With enhanced visuals, deeper drama, and reworked character stories, this title reinvigorates the franchise for both longtime fans and newcomers. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $34.79, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade Digital Deluxe Edition reimagines the legendary RPG, expanding the story through Midgar with stunning visuals, refined combat, fully voiced dialogue, and deeper emotional storytelling. Experience episode Intermission, where Yuffie infiltrates the Shinra building with a fellow Wutean operative to steal the corporation's ultimate materia, adding fast-paced battles, new mechanics, and fresh perspectives on the world. With the digital art book, mini soundtrack, and PS5 enhancements, this edition delivers the definitive, most complete way to experience this modern classic. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. Just be aware that if you only have a PS4, you can still get the original Final Fantasy VII Remake without Intergrade on sale for $25. For $23.99, Nier Replicant delivers a modernized prequel to the critically acclaimed Nier Automata, blending a hauntingly emotional story with upgraded visuals, refined gameplay, enhanced audio, and more immersive environments. Play as a kind young man from a remote village on a desperate quest to save his terminally ill sister Yona, aided by Grimoire Weiss, a mysterious talking tome, as you hunt for the legendary sealed verses across a world filled with danger, secrets, and moral choices that test your heart, courage, and resolve. Along the way, you'll meet unforgettable characters, face challenging enemies, and uncover hidden truths that shape the world's fate. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate delivers the definitive Musou experience, combining the base game with the Ultimate Upgrade Pack for maximum content, features, and chaotic excitement. Command a massive roster of iconic characters from the Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors universes, unleashing over-the-top combos, devastating special attacks, and strategic team-based gameplay across sprawling, action-packed battlefields. With expanded missions, additional playable characters, enhanced visuals, and countless hours of frenetic combat, this edition offers the ultimate way to experience the epic, chaotic world of Orochi. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Spirit Hunter NG plunges you into a chilling horror adventure where urban legends come to life, and every decision can mean the difference between life and death. Investigate your sister's disappearance with only a flashlight, gather clues, and team up with enigmatic characters while navigating a dark, twisting mystery full of deadly choices that shape your fate and the lives of those around you. Featuring fearsome spirits invading familiar locales, spine-tingling audio, and stunningly illustrated environments by Fumiya Sumio, this companion to the award-winning Spirit Hunter Deathmark delivers a tense, narrative-driven survival horror experience. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle delivers the ultimate content expansion for the tactical hunting action series based on the hit anime. Relive the stories from seasons 1 through 3, take control of over 40 playable characters, and master the exhilarating mobility of ODM gear as you battle towering titans across sprawling, dynamic, and perilous environments filled with tension, strategy, and cinematic action. New additions like the Thunder Spear, anti-personnel omnidirectional mobility gear, and the Territory Recovery mode provide fresh challenges, deeper strategy, and countless opportunities for thrilling, heart-pounding combat. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $25.99, the House in Fata Morgana, Dreams of the Revenants edition, delivers a sweeping gothic suspense tale set in a cursed mansion, exploring tragedy, human nature, and insanity across nearly a millennium. Experience the main story alongside A Requiem for Innocence, a prequel revealing the origins of the mansion's terrible curse, Reincarnation, a sequel following the central cast reincarnated in the present day with full voice acting, and additional short stories that expand the rich narrative tapestry. With its hauntingly beautiful art, evocative soundtrack, and masterful storytelling, this edition offers an unforgettable visual novel experience. It's a 93 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum if you play through it as intended, or only about an hour with backdoor and chapter select. For $23.99, Kingdom Hearts 3 delivers a magical action RPG adventure celebrating the power of friendship as Sora, Donald, and Goofy embark on a perilous quest across a vast array of Disney and Pixar worlds. Explore iconic locations, unlock the power of Keyblades, and team up with familiar and new characters to confront the dark forces of the Heartless while experiencing heartwarming stories, thrilling battles, and classic Disney charm. With engaging minigames, memorable moments, and a rich, vibrant universe, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a dazzling journey for fans both old and new. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. Just be aware that you can get a bundle with the entire series on sale for $40. For $29.99, Dragon Quest Builders combines sandbox creativity with classic RPG adventure as you step into the shoes of a legendary builder chosen by the goddess to restore Alefgard and its people. Gather materials, craft items, and construct everything imaginable while exploring a richly detailed world brimming with secrets, memorable characters, dangerous monsters, hidden treasures, and quests that challenge both your imagination and strategic thinking at every turn. Rebuild towns, craft powerful tools, and unleash the power of creation in battle to overthrow the tyrannical Dragon Lord and restore peace to the shattered realm. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Dark Souls 3 delivers an ambitious chapter in the critically acclaimed genre-defining series, blending punishing difficulty with breathtaking environments and epic combat. As fires fade and the world falls into ruin, face colossal enemies, explore sprawling dark realms, and master faster, more intense gameplay that tests skill, strategy, and endurance, all while being immersed in a haunting atmosphere amplified by stunning graphics, intricate level design, and deep lore. Fans and newcomers alike will experience the hallmark reward of conquering seemingly impossible challenges and uncovering secrets hidden in every corner of this dark, unforgettable universe. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 110 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Samurai Warriors 4 celebrated the series' 10th anniversary with an overhauled story mode and 2 ways to play. Regional play, highlighting the heroic exploits of individual warriors, and a land united, covering the final tumultuous years of the Warring States period. Experience fast-paced, free-flowing combat with new crowd-clearing lightning moves and the ability to switch seamlessly between 2 characters on the battlefield, while commanding no fewer than 50 warriors whose fates intertwine across Japan's rich historical tapestry. The all-new Ronin mode lets you create a fully customizable warrior, carve your path across the land, and forge your personal legacy. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate delivers the ultimate Musou experience, combining the worlds of Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors in a thrilling parallel universe shaped by the Serpent King Orochi. Command 3-man teams in over-the-top battles, unlock new heroes and additional scenarios, and explore a dramatic story featuring both familiar and brand new characters, all while mastering dazzling new combat moves, powerful team attacks, and the challenging Gauntlet mode. With expanded gameplay, extra content, intense tactical action, and countless hours of replayability, this edition truly elevates the Warriors Orochi 3 experience to the fullest. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum.